The New York Knicks are NBA champions. 2026 NBA champions, New York Knicks. The first thing that I want to say is congratulations, Knicks fans. Congratulations, New York Knicks. The New York Knicks were the better team. They were the better team in every single series they played throughout the playoffs. They were the better team in the first round, the second round, the Eastern Conference Finals. They were the better team in the NBA Finals. They were the more experienced team. They had more fight in them. They closed games better. They played with more poise, and they played more under control in the biggest moments when the pressure was the highest. The New York Knicks were the better team in every series, and they were the best team at the end of the day this season. 2026 New York Knicks, NBA champions. First things first, man. An all-time NBA Finals elimination game performance from Jalen Brunson. Just an absolutely outrageous performance in an elimination game in the NBA Finals, especially when you've been struggling to shoot the ball throughout this series, right? And there was the chatter about OG Anunoby being the Finals MVP. Not that Brunson cares who gets the Finals MVP. But just the fact that people were talking about how, Brunson was being carried by his teammates or whatever. I was in an argument yesterday on Twitter about it, and I'm like, bro, don't you realize that even when Jalen Brunson shoots 30%, every other player on the floor gets the advantages that they get because the San Antonio Spurs are double teaming Jalen Brunson? Like, don't you understand that the gravity that he draws is the most valuable part of the New York Knicks, no matter who scores more points? And so I was already defending Jalen Brunson to be Finals MVP. But he comes into Game 5 and absolutely carries. Absolutely straight up carries the New York Knicks to an NBA championship. Absolutely carries the New York Knicks in an elimination game. 45 points for Jalen Brunson, 14 for 27 from the field, 51.9%. There's no other statement to be made, right? Like, that's when you make it. This was the first 40-point NBA Finals game elimination game since Michael Jordan in 1998. He's the first New York Knick in history to score 40 points in an NBA Finals game. This was an otherworldly performance by Jalen Brunson in the biggest moment of his entire life. And he has a clutch gene. He has the clutch. Like, that's what the clutch gene is, The clutch gene isn't just making big shots at the end of games, right? Making big shots at the end of regular season games, making big shots at the end of playoff games, making big shots at the end of NBA Finals games. Even when he struggled for 3.5 quarters, he was coming through in the fourth quarter, just making difficult shot after difficult shot after difficult shot the first 4 games. But his clutch gene shows again, because in the context of performance, the biggest game of the finals, the biggest game of his life, he has his absolute best performance. He was unbelievable. The Knicks struggled to shoot the ball the entire game. I thought they were going to lose because I'm an idiot. And I thought that I was going to come up into this post-game live show and talk about how bad the Knicks shot the ball to lose the game. They shot 35% from the field. They shot 32% from three. And that would lose you most games. The thing is, Jalen Brunson was lights out. Mikal Bridges had a good game. Josh Hart had a pretty good game. But everybody else was stinking up the joint, man. OG Anunoby was 3 for 11. Karl Anthony Towns was 1 for 7, and, he got in foul trouble and all that stuff. Landry Shamet was 2 for 7. Jordan Clarkson was 1 for 5. Jose Alvarado was 0 for 5. McBride was 0 for 2. I was prepared to talk about how the Knicks lost because of how bad they shot the ball. I was prepared to give credit to the San Antonio Spurs defense. It's just that there was one problem, and the one problem was Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson was not about to let his team lose this game. He absolutely put the whole team on his back and carried all the way through. I feel like his scoring was so balanced. Let's see, 8 in the first, 8 in the second, 14 in the third, and what the fuck, dude? What? What? Bro. 16 in the first half. It's even more. It gets, the more I look at it, the more clutch it gets. A freaking 29-point second half. In an NBA Finals elimination game, he steps up in the second half and drops 29, 14 in the third, and 15 in the fourth. And again, just big shot after big shot after big shot after big shot. I mean, Stephon Castle's an incredible defender. Dylan Harper's a great defender. He's so smart with the basketball in his hands, driving the lane, but not putting shots up, over Victor Wembanyama. He was just absolutely unstoppable. There's nothing else to say. Jalen Brunson just dominated an NBA Finals elimination game, and this is one of the best NBA Finals performances in the history of the NBA. It is. Becky Hammon, where you at? Somebody check on Becky Hammon. You can't win with a small guard. Becky Hammon said you can't win if your best player's under 6'2", a 6'2". This puts Jalen Brunson up there for small guards in NBA history with, Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry, Allen Iverson. But man, I just wanted to spend the first couple of minutes of this giving credit to the New York Knicks and just kind of admiring, honoring the incredible NBA Finals performance that we all just witnessed from Jalen Brunson. The San Antonio Spurs, on the other hand, another player was carrying, and for the San Antonio Spurs, it was Dylan Harper. The crazy thing is that Dylan Harper is the best player on their team, and he's 20 years old. And yes, I'm saying that. Better than Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is 7'4", right? But he has a lot of growth that has to happen. You saw it in this NBA Finals. He can't get in the paint. He just can't. He can't even get in the paint. Karl Anthony Towns is just stonewalling him out of the paint, and Towns was in foul trouble again. But Mitchell Robinson in there, not Mitch Johnson. We're going to talk about him in a second. Mitchell Robinson, Huck Porty. There was times where Landry Shamet was guarding Victor Wembanyama and pushing him out of the paint. Like he's not strong enough yet to be in the paint where he needs to be. And so then he settles for jump shots and things like that. And Victor Wembanyama was absolutely selling in this game. Victor Wembanyama shot 36% from the field, 7 for 19, 1 for 6 from 3, 2 turnovers. But the thing that bothered me the most was, what I saw really this whole NBA Finals from Victor Wembanyama is that the level of physicality he wasn't able to answer. And so he couldn't do what he wanted to do in the paint. And he settled for threes and he settled for jump shots. And he's 22 years old. But Victor Wembanyama didn't get it done. And I think the Spurs found out through this NBA Finals that their actual best player is 20-year-old Dylan Harper. Stephen Castle was absolutely atrocious in this game. He was 1 for 10, 0 for 3 from 3. He got benched for most of the fourth quarter. And Mitch Johnson had a decision to make, and he made the wrong decision again. Do you remember when Mitch Johnson was making the comments about De'Aaron Fox after Game 4 when he said, I believe in him and he's going to have the ball in his hands at the end of Game 5. And the Spurs were up by 16 points in the first quarter. The Knicks came back again. Dylan Harper was absolutely carrying. Dylan Harper was absolutely carrying the San Antonio Spurs this entire game. This was an otherworldly performance by an NBA rookie. This performance by an NBA rookie and in the NBA Finals hasn't been seen since Magic Johnson in 1980. This was an otherworldly performance. But Mitch Johnson refused this entire NBA Finals to feature Dylan Harper because he's 20 years old and De'Aaron Fox is a veteran. And even when the proof was in his face, even when he was watching the proof, the evidence in real time, he would still continuously go to De'Aaron Fox at the end of games. I thought maybe the evidence was so strong in this game that he was finally going to say, okay, you're right. Okay, you're right. We're going to feature Dylan Harper in the fourth quarter because he's the reason we got here. He carried the team. Everybody else was stinking up the joint. Steph Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. I thought for a second Mitch Johnson was going to feature Dylan Harper in the fourth quarter. And he brought De'Aaron Fox back in. And I'm not saying don't play De'Aaron Fox. My problem is every single game in this NBA Finals, in the fourth quarter, they feature De'Aaron Fox. And even worse, they just run De'Aaron Fox ISO from the top of the key. I didn't think they were going to do it this time. I thought Mitch Johnson was going to feature Dylan Harper late in the fourth quarter, and he didn't do it. He went right back to De'Aaron Fox like he said he was going to do. And De'Aaron Fox was absolutely god-awful. He was absolutely god-awful in the game. He was absolutely god-awful in the final couple of minutes. De'Aaron Fox, in 37 minutes, in an NBA Finals elimination game, a guy with a 5-year extension that kicks in next season, a guy that Mitch Johnson ran it into the ground. Mitch Johnson pledged himself to De'Aaron Fox. He pledged to lose the NBA Finals on the back of De'Aaron Fox. He said, I'm giving the ball to De'Aaron Fox. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. But I'm giving the ball to De'Aaron Fox. Mitch Johnson was willing to lose in the NBA Finals because he wanted to be nice to De'Aaron Fox. And he had evidence that he should have gone away from it in several games in this NBA Finals. And in Game 5, he does it again. And De'Aaron Fox, in 37 minutes, shoots 3 for 15. 1 for 8 from 3. 20% from the field. for a grand total of a whopping 7 points. I mean, this is an all-time stinker right here. And De'Aaron Fox has a couple of all-time stinkers in these NBA Finals, but this is an all-time stinker. And the thing about De'Aaron Fox is, like, dude, even in the first half, he looked like he wanted no parts of it. Why does Mitch Johnson want to force him to be the featured guard, and he looks like he doesn't want it? He's out there passing up open shots. Some of the times out there, he's just doing cardio. He's just standing in the corner. He catches the ball. He's wide open. He passes it right away, playing hot potato. De'Aaron Fox was absolutely atrocious in this game. And Mitch Johnson went right back to him and threw the game away. Just like he said he was going to do. That's unbelievable to me. Victor Wembanyama was terrible in the game also. He wasn't good. Victor Wembanyama wasn't good in any of these last couple finals games. Julian Champagnie had a nice game. He gave you 14 points. He was hitting some threes, doing his thing. Stephon Castle was horrible. And I just think it's unbelievable that De'Aaron Fox was carrying and you went away from him again in the fourth quarter. You played politics. You went away from him again. Shout out to the Knicks, man. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. If you didn't hear my opening kind of monologue thing about how great Jalen Brunson was and how this was a legendary NBA Finals performance, watch this stream back. Mikal Bridges, great game. Josh Hart, great game. Mitchell Robinson did his thing when Karl Anthony Towns was in foul trouble. 10 rebounds for Mitchell Robinson. A big time offensive rebound on a missed free throw. I mean, that was pretty much the dagger, right? That Mitchell Robinson offensive board. Let's see what it is here. Let's see. Fox comes back in. They bench Steph Castle. Towns picks up his 5th foul on a challenge. Mitchell Robinson comes in. Spurs go back to De'Aaron Fox iso ball. Dylan Harper ties the game at 88. Dylan Harper misses a fast break layup to tie the game at 90. And I'm not saying Dylan Harper was great. He missed a couple of shots there at the end that could have tied the game. But Dylan Harper wasn't part of the offensive plan. You could see it clear. The only time he got the ball was off of a rebound and pushing it up the floor by himself. So he had to just kind of create for himself. And I admire his confidence. Then the Spurs intentionally foul. Josh Hart misses the second free throw in a 2-point game. And Mitchell Robinson comes up with the offensive rebound to ice it. To basically ice it. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson for that. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, man. I'll just read the chat, bro. I don't know what else to say. I'll just read the chat, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for being here. 672 people in here. Congratulations, New York Knicks fans. Your New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions. And you deserve it. You ride or die for the New York Knicks. You are one of the most passionate fan bases in all of sports. Yeah, and it's been 52 years. You absolutely deserve it. Congratulations. Bing Bong, enjoyed your coverage throughout. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you for enjoying my coverage throughout, even though I rooted against the New York Knicks every single game, every single series, and they did their thing, man. What's up, man? Sudlush RZ, thank you for the super chat. Spurs didn't win because they aren't a real team like the 76ers. Daryl Morey was the problem. Now he's gone. Sixers will get past the second round. What the Hey, man, drop your Venmo in the chat. I'm giving you that $5 back because that's the dumbest comment I've ever seen in my life. We're not here to talk about the 76ers, bro. Come on, man. And I know you're joking. Well, I hope you're joking. I hope you're joking. We're over here giving Knicks fans, you know, saying congratulations and giving credit to the New York Knicks, and you're going to come up in here and say the 76ers are a real team. Yeah, okay, buddy. They're stuck with Joel Embiid until 2029. It's fucking cooked. It's over. Wrap it up. I'm done watching the Sixers until they trade him or he retires. I'm done watching. I'm not watching the same thing next year. I'm not doing it. I'll sit right here on Run It Back NBA and talk about the rest of the NBA and not even talk about the 76ers, bro. See what you did? You pissed me off. And you knew what was going to happen. Anyway. Yo, shout out to Z Corp Alpha, man. Wait and see. I'm right. NBA wanted Knicks win for ratings. Boo! Boo! You guys are 0 for 2 with the comments, bro. We got somebody saying the Sixers are a real team. Then we got somebody paying $10 to say that the NBA is rigged. Jesus. Where the real comments at, bro? Where the real comments at, man? This is bullshit. Bernard McCoy, what's up, man? Brunson is very good in clutch. Team is built perfect for him. Hall of Famer. Maxey will never sniff a team like this and have one built for him. Thank you for the super chat. Why are we talking about the Sixers, man? Why are you guys talking about the Sixers? Give it a rest. Holy shit, bro. The Knicks just won the NBA Finals. You just saw one of the most amazing performances of all time, and the first thing you think about is the 76ers. You got sickness. You got something wrong with your brain, man. You need to go to therapy. Stop talking about the damn Sixers. What the fuck, dude? Can I get a comment about the game from somebody that watched the game, please? Yo, shout out to... it's all in fun. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for donating to the channel. But you are pissing me off. Like, I'm being serious. You are pissing me off. Ches0102, thank you for the super chat, man. Here's some money for you for some Newports, vape juice, or ice cream because I know this is painful for you. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't vape. I do love ice cream. I do love ice cream. Damn, Giants closed already, man. Is this painful for me? It's not really, man. I wanted the Knicks to lose. But honestly, I saw the trajectory after probably game 2, to be totally honest with you. I did a lot of trolling. Up here throughout these NBA Finals. I definitely did a lot of trolling. But it's not painful for me, man. I just watched an amazing NBA Finals performance, man. The Knicks were the best team. Jalen Brunson had an all-time NBA Finals performance. I enjoyed it. As a basketball fan, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? As a basketball fan, I enjoyed it, man. But thank you. I will buy some ice cream. I will buy some ice cream, man. What else we got, man? Let's see. Does Harper's game remind you of OKC James Harden? A little bit. Honestly, when Dylan Harper was at Rutgers before the draft, I was calling him, James Harden. I was like, he's a 19-year-old James Harden. You know, he's 6'6", 220. He plays the game with such confidence and poise and control. He's a little bit more like, I don't know how to explain it. James Harden had more speed and finesse in his game, especially off the bench for the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? Back in the planted to the floor. You can't move him. He's the same size as Harden and he's left-handed, but when you really watch him play, I don't really think they play a similar game now that I think about it. Let's see. Congrats, New York. You might have to relocate to New Jersey because New York won't exist after tonight. Hey, man, I hope the NYPD's out there strapped up. I don't mean strapped up. I mean, like, with batons or something. And I hope Knicks fans are. I mean, there's no point in me saying this because they're not going to be. I was going to say I hope Knicks fans are reasonable. I hope Knicks fans have a very reasonable celebration and don't do anything stupid. They were already what was it, Barcelona or something? They were celebrating in the streets of New York or Brazil because of a World Cup game. So the city's already going crazy, and then the Knicks win. But it's a good thing for the city of New York that this took place in San Antonio. And obviously the Knicks fans are probably celebrating in the street right now. But it is a good thing that this win took place in San Antonio. Because for some reason, these Spurs fans kept wearing Spurs jerseys down into the city and antagonizing crowds and getting beat up. And I'm not condoning beating somebody up over sports. I'm just saying, when you know how crazy New York Knicks fans are, don't go down and antagonize them after a loss. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad this took place in San Antonio, so there shouldn't be any beatings. There shouldn't be any beatings in the streets of New York. Shouldn't be. They might beat up each other. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, man. Congrats to New York, man. Congrats to New York. Congrats to the New York Knicks. Let's see, man. What we got? R.I.P. to the parking lot. De'Aaron Fox needs to find a real estate agent. The dynasty starts after Fox and Mitch Johnson was carried by a super talented team with a 7'4" giant. The dynasty starts after Fox and Mitch Johnson were carried by yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, definitely. That if we're looking at what the Spurs need to do in the offseason, there's no question about it. I'm not kidding. Wemby gets away with a lot because he's 7'4". Let's call it what it is. Wemby gets away with a lot because he's 7'4". And Victor Wembanyama is probably the most talented 7'4" player we've ever seen, right? But I think we overhyped Victor Wembanyama throughout this season because I think the 7'4" part of it makes his skill level look a lot better than it is right now. And what I saw in the last couple games in this NBA Finals is that Dylan Harper is the best player on this team. I don't even think Victor Wembanyama is the most talented player on this team. I think it's Dylan Harper. It's just that Victor Wembanyama has a crazy physical gift of being 7'4" with a 10-foot wingspan or whatever it is. And I'm not talking down on him. I'm not saying he's going to be great. He just has a lot of things he needs to get through. He's only 22 years old, you know. Dylan Harper, for some reason, plays like a 10-year NBA veteran at 20. But I just think that Victor Wembanyama is insanely talented for his size, but I think we overrated his talent this season because of his freakish size. He doesn't seem like he has a go-to move. You know what I mean? Like, what's his go-to move really? Like, can you really give the ball to Victor Wembanyama in the clutch and him have a go-to move? How many times now in this NBA Finals in the fourth quarter you go to Victor Wembanyama and he kind of just puts the ball on the floor and plows into the defender and tries to draw a foul? Like, he doesn't feel like he has a go-to move, man. Where's like a back down little dream shake fade away? Where, like, do you have any moves? Wemby has a lot to learn. But yeah, if we're talking about what the Spurs not to learn, but he has to develop a lot more yet. But if we're talking about what the Spurs need to do this offseason, the number one thing, everybody knows it. They need to trade De'Aaron Fox. There's no two ways around it. Not just because De'Aaron Fox was god-awful in these NBA Finals, especially in this elimination game. They need to trade De'Aaron Fox because of how good Dylan Harper is. This is moving forward. It's Dylan Harper and Victor Wembanyama's team. De'Aaron Fox should not be here next season. And with that extension kicking in at like $50 million a year next season for what, 5? Is that the Supermax from the Kings? I don't remember where that contract came from, but good luck trading him. Good luck trading him, because what does De'Aaron Fox even do? You know what? I'm going to put it on the injury, right? He injured his ankle, I think, in the first game. And De'Aaron Fox hasn't looked right since. And that's the annoying part, too. Like, Mitch, you could have sat him down. You could have said, your ankle's cooked. You don't have your burst. You don't have your first step. De'Aaron Fox's whole advantage, his whole career, has been the fact that he's the fastest player in the NBA. He's clearly slowed down because of the ankle, and Mitch Johnson continued to go to him. The only game the Spurs won is the only game the Spurs won. The one that De'Aaron Fox missed. I don't remember. It's late. But yeah, you could have sat him down and said, you're injured, you know. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, they need to trade De'Aaron Fox, bro. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk, man. Let's see. Sixers in Ohio. Sorry to upset you, DJ. Hard to congratulate the Knicks, but they did win the... You gotta let it go, man. You gotta congratulate. Why do you guys have trouble congratulating the Knicks? This was one of the most dominant NBA playoff runs in history. They absolutely wiped the Eastern Conference. They wiped the floor with the Eastern Conference. That's what I was trying to say. They just walked right through the Eastern Conference. They smoked everybody. And then everybody still said, yeah, but they can't compete with the Spurs. Yeah, but they can't compete with the Thunder. And then they went in the NBA Finals against the Spurs and wiped the floor with them too. 4-1. You just watched one of the most dominant NBA Finals runs in the history of the entire game. It's not that hard to say that was amazing. Congratulations. Y'all shouldn't, Sixers fans, you shouldn't be mad at the Knicks. You shouldn't be mad at the Celtics. You shouldn't be mad at the Pistons. You shouldn't be mad at the Cleveland Cavaliers. You shouldn't be mad at anybody but the Sixers, man. Be mad at the Sixers. They suck. And they signed some of the worst contracts in NBA history, and now they're stuck for another 4 years, bro. They suck. Accept it. Harper low-key reminds me of Dwayne Wade. I don't know if that's crazy. Yeah. Much bigger than Dwayne Wade, honestly. Dwayne Wade was 6'4", 210. Dylan Harper 6'6", 220. Dylan Harper plays a much more physical game than Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, to me, they called him Flash. Dwayne Wade was a lot quicker. Dwayne Wade was a lot more above the rim. Dwayne Wade was a lot flashier. I don't see that either. We don't have to make player comparisons. We can just... let's see if we can clip farm on Twitter real quick, man. Let's see what the NBA world is saying on Twitter. Let's check it out, man. Mitch Johnson yesterday. De'Aaron Fox will have the basketball in his hands at the end of the game tomorrow. De'Aaron Fox in the fourth quarter. 0 points, 0 for 4 from the field, 0 assists, 0 rebounds. Just an unbelievable... but honestly, I will say this. I don't know what Mitch Johnson was actually supposed to do in this game, because even when Dylan Harper had some chances in the fourth quarter, he missed some bunnies too. He did tie the game at 90. That was a big one. But then he missed 2 layups that could have tied the game again. And Stephon Castle was absolutely atrocious in this game. So really, when you look at it, like, De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle both sucked ass in this game. And then Dylan Harper blew a couple bunnies at the end. So what was he really supposed to do? I think the bigger problem here is, the bigger problem in the fourth quarter is that Wemby is a no-show. Wemby's a no-show in these fourth quarters. And it turns into De'Aaron Fox iso ball, and you don't want that either. You know? But yeah, that's pretty funny. What else we got, man? Let's see. Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox. Let's see. Here's the Becky Hammond. Here's the Becky Hammond quote. NBA Central posts the Becky Hammond quote. You got to have a 1A dude, and they're missing that. This was in 2023. She said this. If your best player is small, you're not winning. Stockton, Iverson, Nash, Steph Curry is the only exception. What's up, LGN Shorty? Been a Knicks fan since Riley arrived. It's been many years of frustration, but us real Knicks fans, for riot or fight, we behave like normal humans. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support. And shout out to you, and congratulations. Congratulations on the Knicks winning the NBA Finals. Do you guys think... Knicks fans, are you tired of celebrities cosplaying yet? Knicks fans, do you think Sydney Sweeney is a Knicks fan? Like, that would be so annoying to me if I supported a team my whole life and they get to the NBA Finals and a bunch of dork celebrities jump on board and start wearing what happened? Am I still live? My chat closed, man. My chat closed. I can't see my chat now. Let me see if I can get it up on here, man. Yeah, I got it up on here, man. I don't know why my chat went away. I can't see it. But I got it on my phone. Bezzy Boy 6, thank you for the super chat, man. Thanks for creating a safe space for Thunder fans to hate watch, bro. Big body Brunson got him one. Knicks 2026 champs. Shout out to you, man. And shout out to Thunder fans. This is my second YouTube channel. I covered the 76ers on Run It Back Philly for 7 years. I still cover the 76ers. There's just nothing to talk about lately. I started this second channel to talk about the rest of the NBA. This channel first got traction during or when the 76ers traded Jared McCain to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I had a couple of rants about that on here, and that got this channel off the ground. So, like, OKC Thunder fans, you guys are the ones that initially got this channel off of the ground, you know? And then we had some videos, some Spurs videos go off. Then, of course, we started reacting to the Knicks in the playoffs, and Knicks fans found it, and Knicks fans flooded the channel during these post-game streams. So thank you, Knicks fans, for literally... Thank you, Knicks fans. Seriously, I want to say this, man. Thank you, Spurs fans. But thank you, Knicks fans, for literally hundreds of thousands of views on this channel. Thank you, Knicks fans. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for continuing to come back. Even if you just come back to laugh at my misery or whatever it is, man. Thank you for clicking on the streams and clicking on the videos and joining me, man. I really appreciate it, man. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers on this channel. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, and that's only in about 4 months. So I know for a fact we can take this channel to 100K, man. I know for a fact we can. And I'm going to cover the NBA the whole offseason, leading up to the draft, free agency, summer league, trades, the whole nine. We're covering the NBA all offseason right here on this channel. We're running this up to 100K, man. Thank you guys, Knicks fans, Thunder fans, Spurs fans, Sixers fans, everybody that contributed to getting this second channel off the ground. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Let me see. What else, man? What else? A lot of Knicks fans came over from Run It Back Philly because Knicks-Philly beef is real. What else we got on Twitter, man? Let's see. Oh, not that. I don't want to go there. Let's see what else they're saying on the internet, man. See what else they're saying, man. Forget them picks, Josh Hart said. Dylan Harper, a lot of Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox talk. I guess Mitch Johnson wasn't lying about playing through De'Aaron Fox at the end of the game. No, he wasn't lying, man. He wasn't lying. DJ got that Uganda Wi-Fi. Why? Am I freezing? I actually have Verizon Fios, and it is hardwired Ethernet, so it should be a good connection. I'm not using Wi-Fi at all. Why are Sixers fans sick when Villanova just won the chip again? Is that really how they're supposed to look at it? All I'm seeing on the timeline is De'Aaron Fox talk, man. All I'm seeing on the timeline is De'Aaron Fox, Mitch Johnson talk. Knicks fans already just... Oh, no. Is this real? Wait, is this real? Wait, is this real? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, here come the cops, boys. You better get your asses out of there. You better get your asses out of there. You don't want to get body slammed. I don't want to shed too much light on that, man. I don't really want to put any negativity out there, man. Hey, if you want to celebrate by smashing a cop car and you end up getting arrested, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's on you, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we're cooking this channel all off season long. Thank you for rocking with me. Congratulations, New York Knicks fans. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions. I'm out. Peace.